All right, so we're gonna try something new here and do a little rapid reaction, and talk about Arik Gilbert and the situation going on there. We understand personal issues is what's being called.
Right.
A lot of rumors floating around. I'm not gonna mention some of those rumors because a lot of those are just quite frankly just false.
Right.
And I don't think it's fair to these college athletes to stir up these rumors.
And to speculate to that extent.
Especially when there's some serious stuff going on.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going on with Arik Gilbert. But the big question is not what's going on, but how does this impact Georgia?
Yeah.
And pretty much how this impacts Georgia is he's another weapon. He's a little bit of an asset, less of a requirement. Now here's the deal. I'm not going to play it off and say, all right, we're good. You know, who cares?
Right.
But I don't believe, like I mentioned to you, that regardless win or lose, that Arik changes that kind of outcome unless it comes to the point where, like, man, if Georgia can make a couple more plays. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him and coming back. But, you know, from a standpoint, let's just say that he starts at X. You know, that's a big deal.
Right.
But to my understanding, there wasn't really a solidified spot that he was starting. He was just going to be like a flex him out or throw him in the slot or play him. But, I mean, as far as that goes, how does it impact week one and the remainder of Georgia? It'll be yet to be seen. But as far as Arik goes, as of right now, not with a team and not practicing.
Yeah, because that would have been my question. Because obviously, I know how excited you were once y'all got him out of the transfer portal, and rightfully so. I mean,
he can play.
He's extremely talented, but it's not like the typical Georgia wide receiver or like I guess outside, wide receiver room. Y'all have a lot of talent this year. It's not like y'all have maybe one guy and then like some three struggling guys. So it definitely doesn't impact it as much into that extent because y'all have more guys. Y'all have dudes there. Y'all have people that can pick up that slack. So what about long term though? Obviously the one game, how do you think it impacts you later going into the season?
Long term and later into the season, I believe it impacts us less and less.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
Because they're saying that by week 7 and 8, Pickens can be back.
Right.
And if
what's exactly he's out for?
ACL.
Okay.
It was a.
You know all about those ACL.
I do.
Yeah, it was ACL, but when it comes to Arik, like you said, it's not a typical Georgia wide. In most Georgia wide receiver rooms, you might have one guy.
Right.
That's good, and the rest are just kind of not very good.
Yeah.
And that's been the case for Georgia, but this year is different. And we mentioned in other videos that are going to be posted at Adonai Mitchell. And I firmly believe that Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint, his last name is Money. I firmly believe that he can cover the X spot and that Adonai can play the X spot just as good. And Arik, I don't know if he's going to be a true X or if he's going to be a guy that jumps around.
Right.
But, I'm not saying we're fine, whatever, bump him because I hope he's back.
Yeah.
And whatever's going on with him, seriously,
prayers
and thoughts
with
him, and hope whatever it is he figures it out.
It makes you wonder if it has anything to do with the same reason why he left LSU.
Right, you never know, and this could be something new.
Right. It could be.
It could be something
reoccurring. This could be something reoccurring.
And by the time this gets posted, we've already. I don't know if we've posted the other video or not, but as we talked about before, these are kids.
Right.
I mean,
they're young.
They're young, and they go through a lot of junk.
And that's the thing.
You don't know these kids' home
life.
Right.
A lot of them, especially Arik Gilbert and those top recruits, man, they got the weight of the world on their shoulders.
They do.
I mean, they got so many expectations on them and all this stuff, and that's not easy to carry.
And like we mentioned in other videos, they handle these things different.
Right.
Yeah. Some of them do.
But as you said,
and a lot of it I think depends on. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but a lot of it depends on the support they have behind them at home.
Yeah.
Are some of them doing it by themselves, or some of them have a family that's their support?
And I will say this: hopefully, there's no disrespect here intended, and hopefully none that's taken. To my understanding, Arik comes from a more poor family.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of on his shoulders.
Right. Exactly.
That's a big thing.
Gotta get them out.
And that he may not enjoy football. I mean, you don't know what's going on. It may be a situation where Arik just doesn't really love the game, but he plays for the sake of potential money.
Yeah. And I've heard a lot of kids,
life-changing money.
And I've heard a lot of kids, and I have a cousin especially. I can speak from experience. She was a great volleyball player.
Right.
Played all through high school. Went to I think Spartan High. Had college offers, but she grew up playing volleyball and was made to play volleyball her whole life. and was good at it. But she got to the point in her high school career where it just became something that she was doing because I'm good at it, not because she loved the game.
Got burned out.
And I think kids, especially college athletes, can get to that point where they're doing it more out of repetition than they are for the love of the game.
Well,
and he may be at that point in his life.
And that's the thing. And as far as Arik goes, I seriously hope whatever it is, he figures
Yeah,
out. Because as much as I want him on the football field,
for sure,
and as much as you want to see him play, he needs to do what's best for him.
Yeah, and there's life after college football.
Absolutely, and not every just because you're good at football, I mean you have to play.
Yeah,
absolutely,
exactly.
But with that being said, does Georgia want him? Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
But do I believe personally that we win or lose? That we got Arik, we're winning.
Right.
We don't have Arik, we're losing. No.
Yeah.
And just to pivot and piggyback off of what you said real quick about the long term, how it don't affect as much. I agree because, like you said, y'all got talented freshmen, and that just gives them more experience and more time to grow.
Now it definitely hurts to death because Georgia's been injury prone at receiver, and that's dates back years back.
Yeah.
And even right now we're kind of banged up at receiver.
Yeah, especially if somebody else was to get hurt in the next couple weeks.
If Marcus Rosenme or Adonai goes down, then you're saying, man, where's Arik?
Yeah, it becomes more and more prevalent. And
right,
more
but it affects us, but it's bigger than football.
Absolutely.
Prayers and thoughts to the kid.
For sure. As David said, thoughts and prayers definitely go to the Gilbert family.
So tell us what you think about Arik and the situation with him.
Don't give us any like rumors of what you think.
I really and
I don't mean by
unless you actually know.
No,
unless you actually
and nobody does. If Kirby don't know, then nobody knows. And I don't mean to be rude by this, but don't bring any of those rumors going around to the comments. They'll just get deleted.
Yeah,
and not being rude about that is just how I feel about it.
But give us your opinion.
But tell us what you think and how this affects Georgia. And I know us Georgia fans want him back. But we appreciate you tuning in this reaction. And let us know if you want more of these more shorter videos.
But until next time,
watching.
Keep talking ball.